Hello friends, Teacher Julian here. Guess what? I got something. Who it is? This is inspiration for today's book. It's a box. Or is it? What could we do with this box? I got this one from Amazon, and I thought it was pretty neat because as soon as I opened it up, it said right here, more than a box. It is more than a box. What could you do with this once you get the insides out? Take it out. Our book, Christina Katerina and The BOX. So we'll get back to this a little bit later. Christina Katerina and The BOX by Patricia Lee Gouch. Illustrated by Doris Byrne. Okay, that's a big box for Christina. Christina Katerina liked things. Tin cups and old dresses, worn out ties and empty boxes. Any of those things, but mostly boxes. Hat boxes, bakery boxes with see-through lids, and shoe boxes. Best of all, she liked big boxes. So she was happy indeed one sleepy summer day when even her sometimes friend, Fats Watson, was out of town to see a truck deliver a great tall box. It came on a refrigerator. "Oh, how grand and new," Christina's mother said, looking at the refrigerator. "Ooh, it is. It really is," said Christina, looking at the box. And she quickly claimed the box for her own and dragged it under the apple tree. To Mother, who was very neat and tidy, it seemed that boxes were for basements or trash barrels, not for front yards under the apple tree. But she decided that it couldn't hurt. It couldn't possibly hurt for 1 or 2 days to have the big box in front of the yard there under the apple tree. This is fragile and handle with care. That afternoon, Christina's father cut a window and a door in the box, and Christina painted on the turrets, a drawbridge, and bolts for the door, and the box became a castle. Inside, she put sticks on the window for iron bars, and she brought in all her cups and saucers and the lot. Oh, and a lot of fig Newtons in case there was a battle and she couldn't get out. These are turrets up there on top. For 2 days, she and her bears lived and played in her castle peacefully. I see the bears. I see Christina Katerina. Who's this? Until Fats Watson came home. He sneaked into her castle while she was out to lunch and ate all her fig Newtons. And she locked him in there until he hollered, "I'm sorry," 15 times. When she finally let him out, Fats gave Christina's castle a kick, and over it went, smack on its side. Was that a kind thing to do? Mother came out and saw the fallen box. "I see that's the end of the castle, Christina," she said with a smile, and started to haul it away. But that's no castle, said Christina, hauling it back again. That's my clubhouse. And it was for 3 long days, right there under the apple tree. Christina changed the window into a door and the door into a window. She put in 2 benches for members and a chair for the president, and she painted "Keep Out" right there. Members only, and danger to the enemies on the side. That is quite the clubhouse. And she let Fats join. Then they met in the clubhouse, which was very dark when the door was closed, and very secret. And they spit on a nickel and swore to be friends forever. And they were. Until one day, when Fats got angry at always being vice president, he climbed onto the roof of the clubhouse and promised to sit there until Christina made him president. Only the roof caved in first, and Christina disbanded the club. When Mother saw the sat-on box, she brushed her hands together. Now she would have her nice, neat yard. Well, she said, that's the end of the clubhouse, and she tugged it towards the street. What do you think's going to happen next? That's no clubhouse, said Christina, tugging it back again. That's my racing car, Hermione, and I'm late for the race. Before speeding off, Christina put the top on the bottom, turned the window into a cockpit, and on the sides painted 2 magnificent curling silver horns, which she blasted at Fats every time she rounded the apple tree. Beep, beep. What else do you see she put on there? What can you see? Is that the number you would put on it? What would you put on your race car? For 2 days, she raced around the yard, and she won every time. Until Fats said he'd take a look at the motor, and it didn't sound quite right. When he cut off the nose to get at the motor, the car collapsed. Oh no. What do you think's going to happen? Christina's mother was relieved. Well, that is the end of the racing car, she said, and she pulled the cardboard towards the trash barrel. But that's no racing car, said Christina, pulling it back again. That's the floor of my summer mansion, and I'm going to have a ball." And she did, right there under the apple tree. She padded the box out flat and drew furniture on each flap: a stove and refrigerator for the kitchen, a bed for the bedroom, and a grand piano and a violin for the living room, so there would be music for her ball. It's a lot of drawing. Then she and her bears and Fats dressed up in gowns and high heels, and they invited kings and queens and some presidents and one vice president to come. And everybody came. And they danced and danced and they danced until their feet hurt. And then they had to take off their shoes. Even without shoes, Christina had a wonderful time. Until Fats decided the floor needed scrubbing. He sprayed it down with the garden hose and mopped it until the floor puckered and grew lumpy and finally fell apart. Oh no. Look at his face. Look at Christina's face. Now what's going to happen? Mother came out of the house a little later and looked at her front yard. She shook her head and said, "Well?" And then, "Is this the end of your grand floor?" "What floor?" asked Christina, who was running by. "Oh, you mean that old ragged box? Let's throw it away." Mother breathed a sigh. At last she could have her nice, neat yard. "But quick," Christina said. What did she say? And why is she looking this way instead of her mom? Fat's mother got a washer and dryer today, and he's bringing 2 ships down now. I said my mother wouldn't mind a bit if we sailed them here in front of our yard, right under our apple tree. The end. So our book, Christina Katerina The BOX. It's C for Christina, K for Katerina, and the B for box. So this story goes out to Claire, Christiana, Selena, Carrie, and Cadence. Those are our C names. Caitlin, Cameron, and Kimberly are our K words. They sound very much this alike. And B for Benjamin. So I got my box from Amazon, and it said more than a box on it, and it had some pretty cool little things, little flowers to color, a little rose here. You can actually cut this out and make a rose out of it, and it has more on the other side in here. I will show you, include a picture of some other things on the website that I saw that looked pretty cool. You can make a mask and everything out of it. But what could you make out of a box? You know, you can find a box around your house. You can ask one of your family members, "Oh, do you have an extra box around?" And what could you make out of it? We saw that our friend Christina made a castle. She made a race car. She made like a fortress or a clubhouse, and then they made boats out of it, a dance floor. What could you make out of a box? Let me know. Send me a message. You can email me. You can put in the comments below. Tell me what you made with your box. I'm excited to find out what you created. All right. Very good. I miss everybody. I will see you later. Let me know if you have any books you want me to read. Bye.